And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second match of today in Thunder League. My name is Michael Zoom, and the Orange Room has been taken over by the amazing, the awesome, the handsome, the sexy voice that is Sean, also known as Pups RK, also known as the official voice of the Warthunder tutorials. Sean, introduce yourself.
Hey, howdy guys. Welcome to day 12 of Thunder League. Well, you know what they say, if, nature didn't give you a proper face, at least could give you a proper voice. So, thanks nature. That was a quick one. The previous match, and you know what? I'm not gonna go too deep into this because me and the Kai Victory, well, we
Yeah, I
don't
think
get
the
along.
audience is well aware of your relationship with Akai Victory.
Yeah. Yeah, so the battle that is about to start, actually just started, is Dynamight of Poland versus Adler of Russia. Now let's take a quick look at the team standings overall. Dynamite actually doing pretty good for themselves. 4 games, 3 wins, and only single loss. Standing at 9 points. Adler, similar results, but still inferior in terms of statistics because 7 games, 3 wins, and 4 losses, standing at 9 points. So they almost had twice the number of games, and they lost 4 out of 7, and Dynamite won 3 out of 4. So, you know, I realize this could still go either way because Adler is a strong team. You know, it's by no means weak, but is it as strong as Dynamite?
Here's a fun fact for the audience, Sean. Der Adler was actually the team that came closest to actually losing to Akai Victory. I think it was 2 days ago where they had a match against Akai Victory and were actually losing 2-0. Until, well, then they could actually take it back and win 3 games in a row. But so far, they've been not doing too well here. Now, we are on Kuban, a map that we don't see too much. It's a wide open map with lots of hills. Now, my theory so far was that teams were going to use much more in terms of M4A3s and American tanks in general, just because they do have very good gun depression and awesome turret armor. Whilst the T-44s and T-34 as well, they don't really have the gun depression that favors the playstyle that this map requires. But so far, it seems like the teams are just proving me wrong because we are seeing a lot of Soviet tanks here.
That's true. That's a damn shame that we don't see this map as often as we should be seeing it, because this map is one of the oldest maps in Warthunder Ground Forces. And, you know, another fun fact, both of these teams, they started off as aerial squadrons, right? Pure aircraft squadrons, both of them, especially Dynamite. And, you know, seeing them play tanks so well, it's baffling. I mean, these guys are all, I mean, most of them are just pilots, dedicated pilots.
I mean, you don't become a professional esports team out of nowhere. You have to know how to play every single aspect of the game.
Yeah, but you know, it's still so visible with each and every team. Like they still got the dedicated pilots, you know, the dedicated pilots, the guys that only fly aircraft and sometimes use triploids like Ostwins, you know, while other guys are purely concentrating on tanks. And well, and then you get some switch guys that, you know, play either a tank or, you know, an aircraft at the beginning of a match and then switch over to a tank.
I did want to notice that the transition isn't as smooth. It definitely seems like players who concentrate on one particular playstyle, either tanks or aircraft, definitely seem to be more effective than people who switch out between the playstyles. Just because you can concentrate more on your single role and have to worry less about having to adapt to a certain playstyle in case your favorite playstyle gets taken out. For example, if you lose the aircraft, well, if you only have tanks left, you can't spawn in aircraft anymore, so you're out of your element. It's like a fish out of water.
That's true. So I guess essentially it's coming down to the officers and the commander of the squad, you know, to balance its reserves. You know, you got to have something in reserve in terms of both like tanks and aircraft if you don't want to lose. Because, you know, we've seen all too many times how it happens when a team goes a bit overboard in a single aspect of the game, like goes too heavy on tanks or goes too heavy on aircraft and loses as a result.
You know, Sean, it seems like Santa Zerba is at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we have another giveaway going on.
Zerba, what are you doing? I mean, you know, it's about time you change your nickname to Santa Zerba. You know,
Indeed.
or Zerba Claus. Zerba Claus is actually better. Yeah, Zerba's doing another giveaway, guys, so make sure you're logged in at Warthunder.pro with your in-game account to be eligible to win one of the following items absolutely for free. Premium vehicles including BF-1097 U2 M24 Chaffee with APCR rounds, P-51A Mustang with Lee Camo, Soviet captured Panther T5, also popularly known as Panther Television, a unique RBT5 with rockets, 3 days of premium account, research and game currency boosters, premium aircraft and tank discounts, unique Thunder Lee Camos, and finally a hefty sum of Silver Lions. All absolutely for free. Now, if you own a dog tag, you get a 50% increased chance to win. And we're almost at 26K. At 30K, we're going to be unlocking free-for-all deathmatch tournaments.
I gotta say, if you don't have a dog tag yet, now is definitely the time to get one. Look at this. We've had about 5 giveaways so far.
Yeah.
We have never had so many giveaways in a single stream. And do remember, this is the last stream of the year.
That's
That's
why we're having so many giveaways, because this is the last day of the year, and well, I mean the last tournament day of the year. We're going to be back on January 2nd, and so you know we're going to be back with you very, very soon. But this is it. This is the final night of the league in 2015, and that's why we're giving away so much stuff. It's Christmas. It's New Year, man. You know, it's magic. You know, let's do gifts. Let's celebrate it.
Can it be that I actually get an RBT5 this time? If I do get an RBT5, I'm just going to do a massive party. Let's look at the ground. We haven't really seen too much action on the ground so far. Dynamite is going very strong here. They went for a and B double cap, and they seem to be very effective at holding the Adler back. The Adler has to move now. They're already down half their points. If they want to still win this first match, they have to dislodge these 3 guys from Dynamite over on the A flag, or hope on Chakras to get the B flag.
Well, you know, so far, Dynamite having a really strong presence in the middle, which is a sensible thing to do on Kaban. They got 3 tanks there, that's a Jumbo, and 2 T-44s. Now, Charlie is you know, completely left wide open by Dynamite, so Yankee's there in a T-44, and now Bravo is, even though it's in control of Dynamite, it's no man's land, because kinetics of Dynamite is facing off against the Shark Ross and T-44, and looks like the battle's about to unfold for that capture point.
Indeed so, but here's the thing, Dynamite does have the advantage here because he can just camp there, he can just really camp there, and so far we don't really see much of a change. The Dickers are running out very, very fast. Dynamite just being too strong here, look at these. They do not care, I mean, hell, Dynamite actually has less players in the game right now. They've lost 2 players. The Adler has only lost 1, but even so, they're showing a strong presence on the map. Dynamite has to move. The Adler has to move now if they want to take this game back.
Take a look at the tickets. Less than 3,000 points left for Der Adler. If they want to win, they got to do it now. It looks like a big push is coming up on Bravo. Grim and Health, the Panther F, supported by Eagle and the T-44, all moving in that direction. Eagle is flanking right a little bit, and it seems that he might be attacking Alpha, but would that be a sensible thing to do? Oh, check Peekaboo from Dynamite moving in towards Charlie now that it's unoccupied. So Peekaboo killed Yankee, the only player left from Der Adler on Charlie. It could be a triple cap really, really soon.
This is just adding insult to injury. Dynamite not only dominating the map for the entirety of these past 8 minutes and 40 seconds, they're now going for the triple cap as well, just as the Adler is running out of points here. Now, the Adler did make it to the B cap. They might still be able to stop the ticket bleed before the timer runs out, but at the same time, Peekaboo is going to take their flag, which means the ticket bleed is going to get initiated on them again.
This is it. This is it. There's just no way they can win. Less than 1,000 points left. This is it.
Honestly, the only thing that could save the Adler right now is Principum EST and B49 G6, but he just broke his landing here on the airfield. He might not even be able to make it back into the air before their points run out.
Yankee rushing as quick as possible to Charlie. Check Yankee. They can't afford to lose any tanks. 240. Okay, 109 points left. 21 points left. 21 point left. Now 0
points anymore, and the game is over.
This is it. This is it. Dynamite take the first battle. So yeah, that was nasty there for
that was actually very interesting. We didn't really see it that well, but now that I think of it, Dynamite was running out of tanks. They were running out of tanks. If this match had been going on for 1 more minute, the Adler could have actually taken that back. could have eliminated Dynamite because they had the numbers advantage. But Dynamite played it very well, just holding the flags for the longest time and winning through attrition. Very good play by Dynamite there. Gotta give props to them.
That's very true. Now, so what are we gonna have next? Eastern Europe. Eagle says Eastern Europe.
One map that don't like too much, is it?
Yeah. Adler. Well, they played well. And, you know, probably the only other map they played better than this is Berlin. But we know when the real show's gonna start, when Dynamite goes for Poland. Because, you know, Dynamite Poland, picking Poland. I mean, yeah, you know, has to be it.
Polska.
And I mean, they gotta be, you know, kind of proud because you don't really see like Poland as a map in too many games now, do you? But here, there's like, you know, Eastern Europe could be Poland as well because, you know, it's so, well, generic Eastern Europe, and Poland is Eastern Europe.
This week, Poland is a map that actually appears quite a lot. We've seen Poland played 3 times in a row just a couple of days ago, and I kind of got sick of watching that map. But definitely, the teams seem to have changed their tactics a little bit. They're now going more for Normandy. They're going more for Eastern Europe. They're going to more for the classical maps. Poland is a very interesting map, but it's kind of a whoever gets to B first, whoever gets to A first, and hold the map after that. There isn't really much a chance to come back if you lose your footing on Poland. Other maps like Eastern Europe, for example, are kind of more dynamic, especially this map. This map is all about rushing the sea flag and holding the other side of the river. If you manage to fulfill these 2 requirements, you're basically guaranteed to win.
Pretty much, yeah, that's exactly it. You know, it's just the way this map is. You have to have somebody across the river, absolutely. And you know, with a proper player, you know, that guy could be scoring anywhere between 3 to 5 frags, and 3 to 5 frags, that's a lot. That's like taking out 2 players, well, pretty much 3 players out of the enemy team all by himself. Now, you know, you can realize how much pressure that is putting on the enemy. Not to mention the fact that you know, strategically you could be giving better positions to your team when it comes to both defense and offense around Charlie, because you know it's all about Charlie.
Now the team lineups on the ground are very, very stereotypical for the Adler here. We have 4 Soviet tanks. We have 3 T-44s and 1 T-34 and 2 Bf-109 G6s with rockets in the air. Dynamite, on the other hand, actually went for a free aircraft loadout, and they have an M4A3, so this might provide some tactical intricacies here. That M4A3, if he can get himself hold down on the hill or something, he's a very, very valuable tank.
That's true. That's like a tiger, but that can move. So, pretty much. And, well, gun is not as good. It's not as good. But those APCRs, damn, they're decent. Very, very, very good. Now, okay, Dynamite so far holding the altitude advantage 2 against 3. Adler bringing Grimmenhell and Principal Mast and G6s and Dynamite. Jimmy Jazz, Devil, and Tanarovsky, 3 versus 2. Come on, who's going to win? Not looking good for Adler. Yeah, that's it. Principal Mast, the only Adler left airborne. And no, not anymore. Scratch that.
Dynamite now has the air superiority, which gives them ample opportunities to take out chakras from the sea flag. Now here's the thing: the Adler did do everything right. They went straight for the sea cap, but oh, this is not looking good. They took out their Adler tank on the other side of the river, which means Dynamite now has the control of the other side. Oh no!
Tanarovsky gets shot down by that Ostwind. Whoa, going down. Principal Mast taking revenge on his Tormentor. And you know what? Seriously, guys, you know what? Just 10 minutes ago, exactly 10 minutes ago, we had a giveaway. And you know what? We're having another one right now. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, free stuff. Woo! Okay, was that too loud? I guess that was a bit overboard. Okay. But it's free stuff, you know what? Not to be glad of. I mean, it's good.
Now, Sean, what can these people win?
Okay, they can win a variety of stuff, especially if they own a dog tag. It gives you, marginally better chance of winning, even though you have to understand this is a random giveaway. Now, Servo lines, unique Thunder League camos, premium aircraft and tank discounts, research and game currency boosters, 3 days worth of premium account, a unique RBT-5 with 2 250 kilogram rockets, Soviet captured Panther T-5, Big 51A Mustang with lead camo, M24 Chaffee with T-45 APCI rounds, and finally, Messerschmitt Bf-109E7 U2.
No, sure, we're actually around here.
We're getting so close to 26K, man, on the stretch goals. $25,895 as of now.
I think we might be able to achieve the 30K goal before the start of the streams on the 2nd of January. We honestly might.
That would be awesome, seriously. And then again, it's the right thing to do because, you know, you get so much stuff simply by owning the dog tag, okay? You know, as long as you have it, you get instant access to new profile avatars, titles, and decals exclusive to Thunder League. You get unlimited entry ticket to a series of tournaments where you're going to be able to win an E100 tank. Also, all tag owners who pick their favorite team after January 6th will get a 100% research booster for the entirety of Season 1 playoffs, you know, starting somewhere around January 20th. And that is already what you're getting by simply buying the dog tag. And we're inching very close to deathmatch tournaments very, very soon.
And not only that, you can also instantly unlock access to the challenges for that these esports teams have set you to unlock their camos for their respective vehicles. And if you complete all of those challenges, you can also unlock by yourself the M24 Chaffee with ABCR rounds and the P51A Mustang. So essentially you just get 2 free vehicles and awesome skins. So what's not to like?
Definitely, absolutely. And Santa Zerba Klaus is going out of his way to please the people, and he's doing it good. You guys liking this? Tell us in the chat. Why don't we say thank you, Zerba? You know, every once in a while, because he's doing this hard work of launching the giveaways every 10 minutes. So I think he deserves some thanks on our part. So guys,
thank you, Zerba. We love you.
Thank Zerba in the chat. You know, thank the guy. He's giving away free stuff to all of you people.
I can just imagine Zerba sitting in his chair with a long white beard just stroking it.
Slowly and like hitting keys on the keyboard, like making a list and checking it twice, okay?
Giving coal to the nasty people.
That's true. Trollben's fur. Whoa, look at this outflank about to fall on Peekaboo there.
Sure, this is all-out war.
This is an all-out war. Yeah, big push by Adler. You see, these guys are not like, okay, whatever. These guys are good. They're not like one of those teams. So, you know, well-coordinated push. And Dynamight are hard-pressed to hold their position.
Dynamight is in trouble here. Dynamight is definitely in trouble. They currently have the tank advantage, but they are down 1 player. At the same time, Adler is not going to let go of the C flag. And Dynamight is kind of in a hard position here, because Nervash is trying to hold himself off against Eagle here. And as long as Eagle is holding Nervash off, Dynamight do not have the support from the other side of the river. And if they don't get the support from the other side of the river, they are never going to take the C flag back. That's the problem. They have to somehow get Chakras and get Yankee out of there, or else they're not going to make it. But even if they take out aircraft, they Adler have Principum EST in the Ostwind. Very much in the middle of the battle here. I gotta admire this guy. He's in an MVP Ostwin.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't care. He's right up on the front line, just supporting his teammates here. Oh!
What is it?
Grimmenheld destroyed Peekaboo. Grimmenheld in the Ostwind.
Oh man, Grimmenheld again. The MVP Ostwins. Ostwins, they're like the most exciting vehicles of Thunder League, I think. You know, seeing them go toe-to-toe with tanks, and then check out where Grimmenheld was on the map. He's like all the way back at Alpha. That's good. Now, look, I really don't use Ostwin as much. Can you tell me, does it have APCRs? I think it does. It does. And those things are pretty nasty, actually.
They don't do much damage in terms of explosion, but since you have so much ammo and such a high fire rate, it doesn't matter. You can just spray the entire area and kill every single crewmate.
Yeah, I normally use Whirlwind, you know, because it's just a lot. I find it to be a lot more effective against aircraft because, you know, I mean, you can beat like 4 guns.
The Whirlwind is definitely more effective against aircraft, but well, the Osmond only needs to hit once. That's a 37mm cannon. You do not want to get hit by one of those shells. They are big.
Yeah.
Oh, this not looking for Dynamite, I gotta say. They have to push. They are running out of tickets here. They're already down to a third of the tickets, and their ally is not letting go here. Now, Nervous did win the fight for the other side of the river, which means Dynamite is going to have support very, very soon. But is it in time? That is the question. Nervous has to take someone out very, very soon. Now, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Nervous is in the T-34, and we all know what the perfect counter to the T-34 is. It's the Ostwind. Oh, beautiful shot. Nervous checks out the Principum ESD in the Ostwind, and now he has all the time in the world to advance and support his teammate. We might see the turnaround by Dynamite here.
Yep. That'll be pretty good. But Adler, guys, do you really want to lose? Oh, look, check Devil getting. Oh, not anymore. Not anymore. Shark Ross was saved by Yankee there. Good shooting, mate. That looks like Dynamite not doing too good, especially around Charlie.
Dynamite is running out here. Bromontan with a hero push against Yank, but he needs support. Nervous has to take out Sharkross, and then Bromontan still has to fight off against the Overlord, but he's exposing himself here. Oh, gets taken out by Overlord.
Oh, this is it. This is it. But Nervous is on the other side of the river now. He's gonna have to ditch that advantage being on the other side because he has to press on. There's nobody else there to help him out. He has to go forward right now and decap Charlie. But can he do it with Grimmenheld and Overlord over there?
I sense an Ostwind. I sense an Ostwind.
That's right. Yep. There it goes. There it goes.
Shooting out the free call off the T-34. Can he take him out? Oh, Nervous is immobilized.
Okay, immobilizes him. Both tracks down. Oh, and Overlord finishes the job. Good shot. Amazing.
This is it. This is it. Der Adler won this match.
Man, this is proper gameplay. I'm sorry. Like, did you see the way they coordinated? Grimmenheld popping his tracks, and then Overlord just finishing the job. Awesome.
It means that they are finally now even. I gotta say, these are probably the two most even playing field teams we have. And yeah, I didn't think it was like it yesterday. Holy crap, that match was intense, but it was kind of too good, let's say. Both teams are too good, and there was not really that tension. There was too much tension, but not enough going on. The battles drawn themselves out for quite long, but here Dynamite versus the Adler, they are two teams that are not too defensive. They like to push, they like to advance, and they like to provide a show. Not as much as Dislike, of course.
Yeah. That has befallen me now hit Mike Goes Boom, who was hosting this call, and yeah, so now he's got some connection problems. We're just gonna have to wait for him to get back to us. Let's hope he's fine. So I suggest we use a hashtag pray for Mike. So it all works out. Looks like I'm hearing this static coming from Mike. Mike, are you alive?
I am alive!
That's good. That's good. We apologize for this little technical inconvenience caused, but should be fine from now on. Now, I was saying, you know what I really liked about this battle is that Adler, even though they were in total control of Charlie and they had strong positions there, and obviously they controlled Alpha. They at all times kept their presence across the river, which is not important. And at the same time, they were on like a half counterattack pace the entire battle. You see, they kept pressing Dynamite, and Dynamite couldn't even mount a proper offensive because, you know, they were getting pushed back. This could be a viable tactic. We don't see this happen too often because most of the teams, even like the MVP teams, they like sit on Charlie and just hold it, and they let the enemy come in. They slaughter them as the enemy come in, but we don't really see this constant pressure being put outward from Charlie, don't you think, Mike?
Yeah, now, I just sadly missed the last minutes of those of the gameplay because I had a power outage, but I am now back, and hopefully I can get into the match very soon. Now, Sean, what did I miss, actually?
Oh, you missed, well, Dynamite, they got pretty much slaughtered. So, you know, Adler, they kept pushing the Dynamite back, and this is how it is.
It's like I tell you, Eastern Europe is all about having the other side of the river, but here's the thing, Dynamite did have the other side of the river, but they did not push into the sea flag at the same time. You have to fill those two requisites. You have to push to the other side of the river and push the sea flag. Sadly, they only filled one of those requisites, and therefore they lost.
Well, that's the thing. You know, Dynamite's across the river asset was constantly confronted by much of the same from Adler. So they were, until the very last minutes of the battle, they were in constant fight over who's controlling the other side of the river. So neither of the team was getting support from across the water. Now
we are on Poland.
See what I told
Finally.
you? See what I told you, Dynamite? They can't live without their homeland for long. You know, these guys are real patriots.
Well, they are going to need this win because we are currently a 1-2-1. We still have at least 2 matches left, but of course, both of these teams want their points. They're not going to give this one up easily.
That's true. So this could still go either way. Let's see what our teams are bringing to the field of battle. Oh, Tanarovsky kills Trollbensford and a Panzer 470. That's a hard target to hit. It's so small. Good shooting, Tanarovsky. Now Devil just shot down Grimmenheld, and Jimmy Jazz killed Principamus. Principamus downs Jimmy Jazz.
In the meantime, the Adler is going for the A cap here. Yet again, we don't see anyone of either team going for the C flag. Nobody likes C. It's here, it's on Ash River. Nobody wants C for some reason.
Well, you know, I can kind of understand why, because, you know, you need every single tank you can get on Alpha to cap it, and then you can take Charlie later because, you know, only takes one tank to do it, and then, you know, the other team will be rushing for Alpha. It's just inevitable. This is how it is. And now, check Adler. They've lost their assets moving in towards Bravo. Now they're going to lose a lot of time. They got Prince Pames and Raswin, supported by the Captain Eagle and the T-25. Now, Dynamite almost upon Bravo with 2 vehicles of their own, Peekaboo in a Panzer 470 and Razor in a Jumbo.
Now, Sean, it seems to me like Santa Zerba is at it yet again.
My God, he's gone
guy
nuts.
is not giving a rest.
He's
Now,
gone nuts, this man.
Make sure, if you haven't yet, make sure that you're logged into Warthunder.pro on the streams tab. You don't have to let the stream run, you only have to keep the tab open. And you can win one of the following amazing prizes. We have Silver Line boosters, we have research points, we have 3 days of premium accounts, we have 100 golden eagles, and one of the unique following vehicles. We have the B499 E7, the M24 Sheffield ABCR ones in an awesome camo, the P51A Mustang, the Panther T5, a Russian premium version of the German Panther, and finally, my personal favorite, the Dumbo tank, the RBT5 with 2 250kg rockets. Now, you don't need to dog tag to be eligible to win any of these prizes, but having a dog tag does increase your chances by a 1.5 times multiplier. So get your dog tags now.
That's very true. And we're still, you know, this might be the last night for Thunder League in 2015, but we're going to be back at least until January 5th, and then we're going to be back on January 20th with playoffs. This is where the real fun begins. I mean, you could consider what's going on now to be kind of a warm-up to, you know, actual tournament stage where playoffs start.
And these matches so far have just been kind of a child's play, let's say. Nothing really serious. But once the playoffs start, we are going to see some real battles, because the teams cannot afford to lose in playoffs. If you lose in playoffs, you are out of the tournament.
Yeah, very true. But here, you know, teams can take a stock of each other, measure each other's skill and tactics, and then maybe adapt to them. You know, make like a roadmap to how to fight each and every team on the league. So, you know, yeah, obviously they're taking it seriously. Obviously, you know, because it's reflected on their team standings and stuff, and they don't want to look weak. But you know what? Maybe Akai Victory, they're so devious, like ninjas of Japan, ancient Japan. So they're actually, it's all a big ruse. They are the strongest team in Thunder League. They just pretend, you know, they're not the strongest team.
That would actually be one hell of a plot twist.
Can you imagine if they like start winning every single battle in playoffs, like just murdering everybody?
I will eat my own head for that. I mean,
not just my head. I will eat everything. Like my shoes, my pants, everything. That would be crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now let's take a look at what's going on the ground. Dynamight in firm control of Charlie. Actually, most of their tanks are grounded. Adler doing very good, holding Alpha, and putting strong pressure on Bravo. But can they really take it? Can they take it? Now, Eagle and a T-25 facing off against Panzer 470 of Peekaboo. Now, that thing is notoriously hard to kill because of its low profile and really good sloping armor on it.
So far,
oh! Peekaboo kills Eagle! Yeah, you see what I told you? Very hard to kill that thing. And now T-25 is a much, you know, taller tank, which can be said against about pretty much every American tank. You know, they're pretty big, pretty tall. And
Peekaboo is actually a very good player because he took out the Panzer 470. We really don't see this tank too much. This is a German tank destroyer with a 75mm gun and 80mm of frontal sloped armor, which means from the front this thing is actually very, very well armored. But the thing is, it's a tank destroyer. It can only point one way at a time, which means we only see it on Poland, really. I don't think I've ever seen this tank on any other map than Poland. And on any other side than this VCAP.
But then again, I mean, given how all approaches to Bravo, you know, it's one direction. Panzer 470 is one of the best assets you can have there, but it's of very little use for much else.
It is definitely a sniping machine, like all German vehicles. The Panzer 470 is definitely a tank for long-range engagement. But this is exactly what this thing is made for. Look at this. Peekaboo is just camping on the other side, putting fire into Chakras here on the A flag, and these guys from the Adler are running thin here. The Adler is now down to the last 2 players, which means Dynamight seems like it's going to win this battle very easily. As you said earlier, Sean, Dynamight and Poland, they got together like bread and butter.
Exactly. You just can't beat Polacs on their own map. It's impossible, you know, because Dzień dobry, this is what happens. You know, they just come to your house and say Dzień dobry, and then you're dead. Because it's Poland, it's their home turf. I wonder, you know what? I wish we could do an interview with Dynamite and ask him like how much is this looking like actual Poland? Even though that was like 70 years ago, but still, like, do they find it similar to how it like was? I mean, definitely they've seen pictures and videos of Poland 70 years ago, so they should know better.
Now, Dynamite has just eliminated the Adler from the A flag. Now, the Adler still has 2 respawns left, 1 respawn on each player, but it seems like they've given up. Yep, it seems like the Adler has given up. They're not putting the fight up and they're not respawning in. Well, then again, they couldn't really have done anything, really. I mean, Dynamite is too strong.
I can see a SM-79B coming and killing both of these targets on Bravo, and then a single vehicle just rushing in. You know what? Maybe what the teams are missing is like a capture vehicle, a really fast-moving light vehicle. None of the teams use this, but imagine this, like a good bombing run with an SM-79 against Bravo, killing both targets. And then, you know, you send in a really fast-moving vehicle be it a light tank or whatever, and then just cap it.
I would know the exact perfect vehicle for this. The RBT-5.
RBT-5, yeah. 2 huge rockets enough to kill anything that could be sitting there, or what's left from after a bombing run with SM-79. And then, yeah, it's fast. It's damn fast. It's like, going over 50 kilometers an hour.
Now, Sean, it seems like we are going to your least favorite map. We are back on Jungle.
Please kill me, someone. Jungle. Oh, man, this map is just... It's good for aircraft, I suppose, but, tanks is just... Yeah, I don't get it. Seriously. Like, since I played German tanks mostly, they just don't cut it with Jungle. Soviet tanks are actually, they're doing much better there. And I think Americans take the cake with their both elevation and speed and tow profiles of most of their tanks, giving you good hull-down positions using different hills and rocks. But other tanks, I detest Jungle, seriously. I don't get this map. What do you think about it, Mike?
The thing about Jungle is, and I said this earlier when I was with Tim here, is Jungle is a very, very chaotic map. Doesn't really one single tactic that can guarantee you to win. For example, on Eastern Europe, we've seen this before. On Eastern Europe, as long as you hold C and as long as you hold the other side of the river, you win. Poland, as long as you hold B and A, you win. Normandy, as long as you hold the city and your own flag, you win. Jungle, not so much. Anything can happen in Jungle. The flags are very far apart. You can't really cover one flag from another flag, and it's just very chaotic. Situations can change at any time. And I've definitely noticed that aircraft probably make the most difference on this map because, well, if you can hold the advance of a single tank that's going toward your own flag, you pretty much can just win the game here. It's all about holding your own cap and maybe going for A or going for the enemy cap.
You know what's funny? We didn't really mention it, but since, Adler gave up, we've never seen it before in Thunder League. Anyone giving up, not even a Kai victory, nobody gave up so far. Even if they had like 1-2 tanks left, they still kept fighting. And Adler had what, like four players?
They only had two.
Okay, 2. Still,
I mean, let's be real here. They couldn't really have done anything. Dynamite was going to win it anyways, but it's still a kind of a display of, I don't know, unsportsmanship, because teams so far, they don't give up. You just don't give up. If you're in a competitive match, you should not give up, even if the odds are stacked against you. You should never give up. I mean, look at Akai. The guys can only have 1 tank left against the best team in Thunder League. They don't give up. They still spawn in and they still fight. At least trying to get some kills in. Because you never know. You never know if you couldn't have won. Even against all the odds, you never know if you couldn't have won that impossible situation and made for the most epic play in Thunder League so far.
Yep. That's very true. Now, what do we see? Adler, Grimmenheld, G6, Principal Mess, much of the same. Again, to be countered by 3 of Dynamite, Jimmy Jazz, G6, Devil, and Tanarovsky, all the same G6s with rockets. That's a staple aircraft for Thunder League. LA7 as well. LA7 and this.
Now, so far the teams are going with the tactical, well, just usual tactic. We have 1 tank on each team going for both the C and the B flag, and the rest of the bulk of the team going for the A flag here now. Whoever can take out A flag first is going to initiate the ticket lead on the other team, but the teams have actually reached the flag at the exact same time here.
Yep. We're getting a major battle in the skies, and this time it's just down to Grimmenheld and Jimmy Jazz. And Grimmenheld, oh, that's it. Grimmenheld's down, and Jimmy Jazz, the only guy left alive in the sky.
Jimmy Jazz is on fire, but he still has his rockets. Can he make some effective use of those rockets? And crashes into Chakras, but did not damage him.
This is nuts. This is nuts, Mike. The previous giveaways were like once every 10 minutes. This one is every once 8 minutes. And is nuts. This is total nuts. This is like a seriously. So, make sure and invite your friends. Tell them, look, man, just register with Warthunder at Warthunder.com and then log in at Warthunder.pro and you can be winning free stuff, absolutely for free. That's a good
You get a trophy. You get 2 lights. You get gold needles. Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah, everyone. Trophies for everyone. Zerva's going crazy. Zerva, we love you. Thank you so much. Oh, Lord. That's crazy. That's totally crazy. Now let's take a look at what's going on the ground there. Okay. What? Sorry, we're getting a weird message. Yeah, robo voice. What? No, we're doing fine, Mike. You're not a robo voice.
Yeah, my connection to you is fine.
Yeah. It's
never mind that. Let's just concentrate.
Yeah, let's just get back to the game. Yeah, so what's going on, Mike?
Dynamite had a very strong hold on the A flag, but they just got eliminated off the A flag, which gives the Adler the perfect opportunity to take this round. Now Peekaboo is trying to rush back to support his flag, to defend his flag, but all alone against the bulk of the Adler. This is not going to work out so far. Now he is putting some effective fire into the back of Troll Benz. Troll Benz is now on fire. Again, the T-34 just doesn't have enough armor. It's the least armored medium tank we have in this tournament. It just does not work out when you're taking fire. Given it is a good gun. The 85mm gun is very effective. But once you get shot at, I mean hell, even an Ostwind can take you down.
Yeah, entirely possible. We've seen Ostwind killing T-44 in Thunder League in the gun mantlet. Seriously. Like, that's what APCR shell can do if shot properly, because he shot him through what? The machine gun nest, right? I mean, the machine gun port. I'm sorry, it's not a nest, but whatever.
Yeah, it was the front of the turret.
Yeah, like somewhere through the gun mantlet, probably either through the optics or through the machine gun. It's hard to say, but it killed the tank because it hit the ammo rack behind the loader.
Now let's see, we have some situation developing here in the beach. We have 2 players from Dynamite facing off against Yankee. So far, none of these players can really advance to the B flag. Now, the Adler does hold the advantage by having the A flag, so they don't really have to worry too much. As long as they can hold these 2 flags, they are golden. They can just sit this one out. But at the same time, Yankee is all alone by himself here. If Yankee is taken out, that gives Dynamite the opportunity to take the B flag, because there's no one else defending this flag. Yankee is now the only hope for the Adler to hold this flag, and he's getting pressured by Bro Montani, but Sean, here's what I told you. The Soviet gun depression does not work. Free, he would have taken Yankee out and he would now be capping the B flag. But instead, he just got shot at by Troll Benz and taken out.
Okay.
Now,
what's this? Looks like, yeah, so far, you know, going much better for Der Adler. Both Alpha and Bravo under their firm hold, and Dynamite, you know, having unsuccessful attempts to change this, the status quo there, which is not in favor of Dynamite, actually. Yeah, so Der Adler holding it good.
Dynamite is falling apart here. They're already down 3 players. The remaining players that are alive have no respawns left, so whoever dies now on Dynamite is out of this game for good. The Adler has the tank advantage, they have the cap point advantage, they have the points advantage as well. This is not going good for Dynamite. They need some kind of miracle to turn this one around.
No, seriously, this is a proper fight. I love commentating over this because, you know, this is like, you know, actual combat. Both of these teams, they're equally matched, and it was just Dynamite in the previous battle of the match winning on Poland.
Oh Sean, this is looking even worse for Dynamite now. Yankee is now advancing onto the C flag. We're going to see a triple cap.
Wow, that's crazy. In the meantime, Grimmenheld and that Panther F almost drowned in the river. I saw him just somehow just crawling out. Now he's it's nuts. He's trying to navigate that rock. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that. Our camera guy will show it, but oh, this is hilarious, Mike. You should take a look at Grimmenheld just for kicks. This is funny. He's stuck there. I'm not kidding. He's stuck.
We seen this before, haven't we? I think it was one of the players from Archive Victory who... Oh, no, Grimmenheld just made that. He just managed to get a
yeah, he was there for like, you know, good 3 minutes. Just trying to crawl out of that ditch. That was hilarious. Now, okay. Whoa, looks like Der Adler on the offensive. Major offensive, actually, are pushing, slaughtering Dynamite as they go. Wow, good stuff. Good turnaround, Adler. You see, that's why I like Adler so much, as well as Dislike. These guys can turn stuff around on a dime.
Indeed so. Now, but it's not looking good for Dynamite. The triple cap is now going on. Bro Montana is the only tank left alive on Dynamite, and he's in a very bad position. Look at this. He's just rolling in the river here. Actually, this is quite a good tactic because I've noticed that tank shells do tend to bounce off the water. But well, to no avail. Overlord takes Bro Montana out, and the game is over.
That's very true. Now, let's take a quick technical break and, you know, finally fix the sound issue. We're going to be back with you in a second.
Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We just had to quickly fix that technical issue we had before, but we hopefully are now sounding much better. Now, this is Dynamite versus der Adler. It's currently 2-2? Is it really 2-2?
Yeah, it's 2-2. Exactly. It's a match point now.
Wow, I did not even notice that.
Yeah,
which means these teams now have to fight their heart out to make it out alive. The next battle is going to be on Berlin as a staple. We've all had this rule. The fifth battle is always Berlin. So
yeah, it's
going to be very interesting to see what the teams make of this. None of the teams have played Berlin today so far, so I don't really know if these guys know how to play Berlin. If none of the teams really knows how to play Berlin, it's going to be very interesting because we are going to see some interesting tactics. Now, so far what we've seen from Berlin is that the most important flags to hold are B and C, especially C. If you hold C,
I'd say it's Alpha and Charlie actually, Mike. It's you know, Bravo is always taken in well, you mean the middle? You mean the middle point, right?
Yes, the middle point is B.
Oh yeah, it's B. Okay. Well, normally it's you know, teams going for Alpha and Charlie. It's what, at least from what I saw, you know. So
Alpha is a very easy flag to hold, but at the same time it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You don't really have a shot over the rest of the map from Alpha. On the other hand, if you have C, you can shoot both into the spawn zone as well as into B. Which means if you can hold both B and C, you can very easily defend each flag from one another. A and C are just way too far apart. If you lose one flag, you cannot make it back in time to defend it.
That's right, I feel that I understand that, but most of the teams still going for Alpha and Charlie early in the beginning of battle, and then later on, you know, going for Bravo with whatever's left. And Charlie is, you know, is a good staging point to be attacking Bravo and Alpha, actually.
I mean, Alpha is an easy point to capture. It's basically just 3 points if the enemy team lets you.
Very true.
Now let's see what these teams are doing. It seems indeed like Dynamite and the Adler are both going for Alpha and Charlie, although the Adler is not going with a strong offense on Charlie. Trollbands is the only one currently going for Charlie. Dynamite has sent 2 tanks over to the C flag, which means they're going to have the inherent advantage when taking the C flags. Trollbands is only in T34. And this is from across the map now repairing.
You know what? They're one of the kings of Berlin because, well, you know, if you claim to be a fan of German vehicles and stuff, you gotta love Berlin, you know, because lots of open venues on these you know, ruined streets and stuff to be using German tanks to good advantage if you know how, obviously. And we've seen them play Berlin, and like 2 out of 3 times they win on Berlin, but then again, you know, stuff happens and they get jinxed sometimes and they lose. Well, we'll see how that is going to unfold, but so far, yeah, it looks like, you see, you were right, I was right too, because they're rather going for Alpha and Bravo, and Dynamite going for Charlie and Alpha. but Alpha's not looking good for Dynamite so far.
Sean, Zerba is at it yet again. What
My
is
God,
happening?
another. Yeah, now it's what? 8 minutes again. Yeah, 8 minutes.
I
He's
don't
nuts.
even know anymore. This is way too many giveaways. Zerba, you gotta give us some time to breathe in between giveaways.
I mean, seriously, yeah. Just make sure you're logged in at Warthunder.pro, and you can win lots of stuff, including premium vehicles, discounts, silver lions, currency, and research boosters, plus days of premium account, all absolutely for free, as long as you're logged in with your in-game account at Warthunder.pro. Now, having a dog tag helps you win more often because it gives you a 50% more chance to be drawn in, and one of the giveaways also gives you access to a variety of stretch goals that we have unlocked so far. And what? It adds money to the prize pool, to all important prize pool and we're just $55 short of 26K. Now, if we look how that breaks down for teams, that's actually pretty curious. 5th and 6th place of Thunder League will be getting, if it ended today, for example, which it will not, but still, they would get $1,500 each, right? Or not each, I'm sorry. It's going to be split between them. 4th place, $2,854. 3rd place, $4,411. 2nd place, $6,486. And finally, first place is $9,081.
That's quite a nice price cash.
Yeah, you know.
Splitting between the players, that's over $1,000 per player, which, hell, I mean...
It's gonna get bigger, you realize, because, you know, the Thunder League just only has begun. That's it. We're just getting started.
Now back on the ground, the Adler's going with a very strong play here. They're just completely dominating the eastern side of the map. They have B, they have A. Dynamite did the right thing by going to the C flag, but it just did not work out quite well. The Adler knew what they were doing, and they're perfectly countering it here. Because yet again, you just have to hold a lot of flags here. You just have to hold the majority of flags here, and if you do not have the B flag, C is kind of useless.
Kinda so, you know, but then again, C is a good staging point to be attacking Bravo at the same time, at least putting pressure to stop the enemy reinforcements from coming there as you go in to seize Bravo. So, you know, it's good. I mean, if you use it right, Charlie is a very good staging point.
Nervous is doing the right, he has having the right idea. He's trying to spawn camp the enemy, but at the same time, Kinetics here, interesting name. He's facing off against Overlord, trying to get into the B flag. But Overlord just took a shot there. Now, it's all down to these players to see who can take this B flag. It's all down to Kinetics actually to turn this game around for his team, but so far, Dynamite is down 1 player. Now, the Adler did lose the most tanks, but they still have all players in the game, so inherently, the Adler currently has the numbers advantage. Which means Kinetics is going to have to work hard for his team to turn around here.
That's very true. And, you know, ticket bleed is not looking good for Dynamite. Half of the tickets gone already, and this is only minute 5 of the match. If this keeps up for another 10 minutes, they will lose, you know, so way before
Not even 10 minutes, 5 more minutes and this game is over, and nothing changes.
Yeah,
Dynamite has to move with, oh, Sean, look at Peekaboo. This is the first time we see this in Thunder League. Peekaboo is actually using arcade tactics and flanking around the Reichstag here.
Oh, ha! Interesting. The best picking stuff up from, you know, the new guys. It's interesting. Peekaboo.
Oh yes, Kinetic finally took down Overlord, which means... Oh
and
no!
He's kept, oh, Grim and Hell, Factor F kills Kinetic, so no taking of a Bravo for Dynamite just yet. Looks like it's gonna fall into the hands of the devil here in a T-44.
Oh, that was such a heartbreaker. Dynamite need to take the B flag very soon, and they're going to lose this. Man. They have to move.
Oh, but then again, Eagle, who was about to start protecting Bravo, just got killed. Oh, aye, so there's nobody who can stop Devil. If he just stays down at that ditch, plays it safe, he's going to be taking over Bravo in no time. And Adler will have to do something about it.
Let's see, Devil might be able to take this B flag, but still has to worry about the Grim and Held in the Panther F. That Panther F has a nasty gun. It's not the biggest gun in the game, it's only a 75mm, which does not do too much damage, but it is excellent at long range, which is what this engagement is at. and it is a nasty, nasty penetration value. But it seems like Devil did make it into B flag, decapping this B flag and starting the bleed on their Adler.
Finally, at minute 7, Dynamite slowly turning this around, because if they don't, they will, they will lose, because this is match point. This is it. This is the moment of truth for both teams, Adler and Dynamite alike. Okay, Adler. What are they going to do with all those forces on Alpha? 2 tanks. You don't need 2 tanks there. You just need 1 now. And looks like Shark Russ is trying to counter whatever is on Charlie. Yeah, attacking Nervish from all the way across the map. Very good accuracy demonstrated there. And he actually damaged Nervish's turret so much, he killed like everyone inside except for Gunner. Oh,
Sean.
another penetrating hit. Good.
It seems to me like Dynamite might actually turn this around. Look at the team lists. Their Adler is down 3 players. They are now in the massive number disadvantage here. Overlord is trying to go for the C flag, but he's all by himself. And he has to worry about Bro Montana and Nervish.
Yeah, so far, their tactics were solid, but maybe they lacked a tad bit of aggression there, Adler. Because you just need some aggression on Berlin. If you can push the enemy back to their spawn, and at least on 2 fronts, on 2 capture points, then it's pretty much an instant win. But I know it's hard to do, I realize that. But then again, we've seen it happen a bunch of times. Dislike doing it against Adler, and think doing it against Arcade. So yeah.
Oh, the Adler is now advancing onto the C flag. This could be interesting. This could be very interesting indeed now. They still have the points advantage, so all they have to do is decap 1 flag, either C or B. If they can do that, they can still win by points. But they have to be very, very careful not to lose any more tanks, because they already lost too many players. If they lose either Overlord, Grimmenheld, or Chakras now, they are out of the game, and they are going to initiate a domino effect, so to speak. The more tanks you lose, the more tanks you are going to lose, because you have less coverage on the map. It is very essential to manage your tanks.
Yep. Now, what is going on? I don't understand this. Now, Dynamite pushing Adler from Alpha with Razor, the T25, and at the same time Devil coming up Bravo. That's a bold move. But then again, Adler down to just 3 vehicles. Why not?
It seems to me like they were anticipating this push on the C flag, and are now taking this advantage to push even more pressure on the Adler, because the Adler cannot afford to lose that flag, and they are losing the flag. Oh no! Razor!
Oh,
Razor!
is that going to be a triple cap already?
It might not be a triple cap because the Adler still have 2 tanks over there, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. It does not matter.
It doesn't. When
the
you got
Adler's
3
running out of
tanks
tanks
left. Yeah, it's not going to change much. So, Overlord doing very well, still alive, facing off against 3 enemy tanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last chance to cheer up for the Adler. They are now down to 3 tanks.
Just
They
2.
lose all
Just
the health
2.
they can
Make
get.
it 2, Mike. Make it 2. Shark
No, it's
Russ
still
and
3,
Overlord,
still
the only 2 left. 1 is on Alpha, 1's on Charlie. Whoa, wow, this is it. This is it.
Oh, Overlord is about to be Zerg rushed by Kinetics, Bro Montana, and Nervish. Finally, we see this classic Thunder League action. Look at this.
Oh, yes.
triple.
Oh,
And he gets
that's
taken
it.
down.
That's it. That's like a bunch of eagles killing a sheep right there, the whole... Well, I'm not sure if eagles attack in swarms. That would be pretty badass if they did. Now, Shark Russ, the only Adler... Oh, no, it scratched that Yankee just spawned in a T-30-45, and he's the only guy left. And he's sitting there, sitting on the spawn. This is it. Yeah, triple cap.
It. Dynamite took this match. They only lost 1 player in this entire battle, which means they now have the triple cap going on. They're winning by points. They're winning by tanks. It's now all down to if they can kill Yankee before the timer runs out. Can they eliminate Yankee? This is the question here. And Yankee is down! Dynamite completely wipes their Adler off the map in this 5th battle, which gives them the point advantage and the win they needed. Ladies and gentlemen, Dynamite takes this match against their Adler. 3-2. This is 3 extra points for Dynamite. Very well done.
Yeah, but that was, was no easy victory by any means. And the Dynamite is one of the strongest teams in overall tournament because, these guys got 9 points. And only a single victory so far out of 4 battles, and now it's 5 battles and just 1 loss and 4 victories. Now Adler, 8 battles and 5 losses. Even though they are standing at 9 points, but it's not too good given how Verve got 15 and Fink and Dislike and Arcade got 12. But you know, there's always teams like Poltergeist and Cube and Akai Victory 6-6-0. So yeah, it happens.
I gotta say, Dynamight actually did very, very well there. They're now in the first place on the overall standings.
Yep, that's very true. Now, we're doing giveaways like crazy. If you don't want to miss out on the chance to win free goodies, including premium vehicles, you know, with lots of value hidden in them, you need to be logged in at Warthunder.pro. And we're having the next battle real soon, so I suggest we take a very quick break, and we're going to be back with you shortly. It's me, Sean Pops Arcade, the voice of War Thunder Tutorials, and here with me is Mike Goes Boom, a YouTuber for War Thunder who just recently reached his first 5,000 subscribers, which I congratulate you with, man. It's good. It's
just like birthday to me. I'm just so happy. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, do stay tuned. We are going to have more giveaways coming up soon in the next match. Now, I'm going to take a longer break because Tim, also known as Yoda, is going to take over for me in this next battle. But I will be back with you in the last match, which is going to be Dislike versus Cube. And I'm very, very excited for the match. We know how Dislike likes to put up a show.
That'll be awesome. And next battle is going to be Verf of Belarus facing off against Arcade Esports of Russia. Possibly 2 of the strongest teams on the entire league are about to face off in a battle to the death. Stay tuned, and we're going to be back with you shortly.